Greetings, folks. This is Tim from Box Stock Garage. Hope y'all are having a great weekend, getting some bench time in, maybe getting some time outside. It's warm back up here, but it's still pretty nice here in Western New York. So, wanted to do an update. Good Lord, long time coming on the zombie group build, and rather than tell y'all, oh, go back and check out that video from 4 months ago. So it's our 69 Cougar Eliminator AMT kit. Again, I put the kit on the shelf. I'd gotten pretty far into it, and pulled it out for the zombie group build, and I got a bit further. This was originally, I think it was 2 years ago. I'd even have to go back and look at the video. But this was for originally for a Smash That Stash weekend group build that occasionally runs. And basically, it's the last weekend of each month when it runs. There's a theme. And the theme for this one was like outer space or something. So Mercury. And I think the reason I didn't finish it that weekend and then it ended up on the shelf was because I was having issues with my shoulder. So that was before one of my rotator cuff surgeries. Had them both done. So anyway, I'm going to get the camera turned around and we're going to take a look at this. Before I do that, our friend, our buddy, our fellow YouTuber, fellow model builder, and just all around great guy, Mark, the mediocre modeler. We all know Mark, okay? And, we all know Ziggy. We all know Lisa, Mark's wife. Anyway, Mark is going through a bit of a family crisis right now, specifically his sister. You can head over to Mark's channel. I'll put a link to the video where he talks about it down in the description. But yeah, Mark and his family and his sister Ann really need our prayers. If you're not a praying person, that's cool. Spare a thought, positive thought, whatever. I believe they're going to be doing a biopsy, I think it was, on Monday. But things are pretty serious. So please, keep Mark, his family, his sister, in your thoughts and prayers and positive vibes and whatever. So, we always are talking about folks out there who maybe need some prayers or something. Well, here's, one of our community. Mark was one of my first followers. We exchanged shop cards. Hell, he's the one that told me where to go for shop cards. I didn't even know, so I reached out to him. And we finally got to meet face to face at NNL East back in April. So, just a great guy, really personable, great builder, great member of the community. So again, just spare a thought, spare a prayer if you can, and just keep thinking about Mark, his sister Ann, and his family. So I'm going to get this thing turned around. We're going to take a look at the big kitty cat. It's getting close, and show you where we're at. All right, we're back. So not a lot of decals on this car. I did paint the hood flat black. I got to paint the hood pins, hit them with a bit of chrome. But we got our hood decal on here. Earlier today, I did the side stripes, which come down below the, I haven't finished the panel liner on the doors. That's why it looks like that. But you see it's got the Eliminator on each side. I haven't done the panel liner on this side at all, or the door liner. Got our engine in there. I've got a couple more parts that are in the dehydrator right now. So we've got the braces that are going to go across. And then, of course, I've got the radiator here, just ready to go in. I got the battery. I got to hit some panel liner on the front. You can see it was molded in yellow, beautiful yellow, right? And we got the rear. The tail lights in. Love those Cougar tail lights. And then we've got over here, and I'm not going to touch them because there's a tiny bit of touch-up paint on them, but we've got the chin spoiler and the rear little wing or rear spoiler. So that's about it. Yeah, the interior's all done. We're all buttoned up. It was sitting a bit cattywampus. But then I looked in the back here and noticed that the pins, this thing was off to one side. So pop that over, right? So look at that, man. And whoops. I glued the tires. It's not posable steering, so I just glued them with a bit of a turn to them just to add a bit of interest. So anyway, so that's where we're at with our zombie group build. This is hosted by Paul at Left Coast Model Car Builds and Jason over at Klein Race Car Designs. So make sure you check out their page as well. Pages. And of course, you know, if you've got a zombie build, you got something sitting there on the shelf, pull it out. This thing goes through, I think, sometime in November. So I'm looking forward to getting this one done. Like I said, it's been a while. I can't even remember the red paint. Honestly, it may have even been a Rust-Oleum Krylon something or other. So not sure. It's been that long. But either way, it is not a factory color. There's it does list the factory colors, the color availability chart for this car. So as you see, exterior, white, blue, orange, or yellow. And then the interior colors that were available, you know, back in the day. And yes, an official licensed product of Ford Motor Company. But I like this. I like this with the red. Funny thing is, I've got a calendar downstairs. It's got like muscle cars, and the car for July is a 70 Cougar Eliminator. I'm gonna back this out, and it's basically this paint job. The difference in 70 that I see on the calendar, the hood decal comes all the way down, and the side decal that you see here, instead of going down at an angle like mine does, goes straight along just under the window and ends back here. So it's kind of cool that the July the July picture in my muscle car calendar is the Cougar Eliminator, even though it's a 70 instead of a 69. So I thought that was pretty neat. Anyway, so that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and get this uploaded for you folks. Getting close to 1,000 subs, so we got some pretty cool stuff planned for when we get to that magic number. If we get to it, Lord willing and the creek don't rise. And once again, please keep Mark, his sister Ann, and Mark's family in your thoughts and your prayers, especially as we go through to Monday and she has that procedure. All right, folks, y'all take care. Have a great rest of the weekend. Get some bench time in. And yeah, pull out that zombie build and dust it off, whatever, and jump in and finish your zombies. All right. Have a good one, folks. This is Tim and Key, wherever he is. Box Stock Garage. And we're out of here.